Hello? Hello? Hi. Hi. I'm Nicky, and yes, you heard right. Nicky Sticklies. Sticklies. It's not that funny. It's the name I was born with. It's actually my real name, Sticklies. It's spelled Sticklies. You can remember it like the lies that stick. I am just making sure you all know that. So you can follow me on Twitter, because I would like to have more than 4 followers. So I'm here because I have problems. I mean, we all do, but my problem is I'm German. And I'm funny. And this is definitely not a laughing matter, because we Germans take our humor very seriously. So beware. No, don't. I'm just kidding. I wasn't born with a sense of humor. And before I start, I have to address one of these elephants in the room, because I know you're all wondering, is she shaving her armpits or not? Of course I am. I haven't. Well, I'm trying to go all natural, because I've seen some excellent pictures on the internet about women who dye their armpit hair a funny color. So I'm going to try that out, and I will spare you the look of it, not only because it's not a pretty sight, but also because I would have to raise my arm in a certain manner, which is forbidden to me as a German. And I think you all know what I'm talking about. Like said, I was not born with a sense of humor. Where I grew up, we had the British Army there, so thank goodness for them. They introduced me to the likes of Monty Python and Mr. Bean. And Monty Python has a lot to answer for, because that influenced a lot of us, definitely. Now, the thing about the British Army back then, the British men, God, they were so easy. God, they were easy. The best thing about it was you didn't even have to tell them your name, and you didn't have to bother about them calling you back or anything like that. British men were ready and willing to fuck on a moment's notice. Absolutely amazing. Now, you know what we comedians are like. We all dream about doing this on a big stage. And of course, I was just dreaming about that, doing just that in a really big hall, you know, like the Royal Albert Hall or whatever, where there's a huge audience. And I was dreaming about doing that and saying, sadly, my service to the British Army has never been recognized, because I've provided many comfort and the odd job or two to all the servicemen. So if I was going to say that in one of these big halls, I would be severely disappointed if not one gentleman would stand up in the back saying, "Madam, we thank you very much for your service. Your blowjobs were legendary." I'm only kidding about that. I was told I was a bit teethy. I don't know what that means. Yeah, so back in the day when I was introduced to British humor, I was a bit confused about certain things in the British language. I mean, it took me a while to find out the difference between taking a shit and giving a shit. And if I give you my shit, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But if I take your shit and then I smoke it, that is a bit naughty. But then again, if I give you shit, that wouldn't be very nice, and you shouldn't have to take my shit. So what the hell? It was quite confusing, as you can understand, if English is not your mother's tongue. Excuse me. So my day job, I work in a big supermarket as a checkout girl. And it provides me with some interesting opportunities. First of all, people watching, of course. And the British people have got some very peculiar habits. Like, why the fuck do all men, or most men over the age of 50, whistle? Whenever they're at the checkout, 70% of all British men I have encountered start whistling. If any of you do that at the checkout, fucking stop doing that right now. It is creepy as hell. Really is. I mean, I don't know why they do that, but it is creepy as hell. And also, as a checkout girl, you get to see quite a few things that you shouldn't be seeing, like when people have got these weird wardrobe malfunctions. And especially when men have got this wardrobe malfunction, when they can't put their pants up right, and you can see the hairy ass crack. I have seen a lot of crack in my time. And now I know what the term dingleberries means. Yeah. One of the things I've been told not to talk about here in Liverpool especially, I shouldn't mention eyebrows. So I'm not going to do that. I'm also been told I shouldn't mention the war. What war? I don't know what you're talking about. We were all on holiday. It was all American propaganda. And I also shouldn't mention football for World Cups. So, I'd rather talk about the things that I haven't got, like national pride or a penis. When it comes to national pride, I mean, there's so many things you can say about that, but we Germans, have you ever heard a German say, "Oh, I'm proud to be a German"? No, no. Not many of us do say so in public. Now, a friend of mine, we got talking about that, and he said to me, "Oh," off the top of his head, he says, "I can tell you 3 things you can be proud of." I says, "Okay, what's that?" I said, "The football, the cars, golden shower porn." I was thinking, "What, golden shower porn?" He says, "Yeah, you know, the biggest porn market in Germany is the golden shower porn market." I was going, "All right, then. You know, fuck it, I take it. I'm proud of it." I am proud to belong to a nation of perverts, which has only just been recently confirmed, only a few days ago. There was an article in the Daily Mail, and by the way, I like reading the Daily Mail online, because I like to know what opinions I should have for the day. So I was reading in the Daily Mail that 100 Germans die each year through masturbation. And this is no shit. That was actually an article in the Daily Mail, and I was thinking, oh my God, I really belong to a nation of perverts. So there's nothing I can really be proud of, apart from the 4 World Cups, of course. And just by the way, Jürgen. I mean, everybody loves Jürgen Klopp. So me and Jürgen, well, what you don't know, me and Jürgen have got this thing going because we're slowly creeping in there because we're trying to take over the country. So he's got all the football things sorted out. I'm doing all the comedy circle. So you're all complicit by now. So you're all going to be in our party. Don't worry, it's going to be wonderful. That's one of the things I said once before when I was here on stage. Because I have been asked that question quite a few times. You know, are you a Nazi? So it always makes me a little bit uncomfortable. So I was thinking about, if I was a Nazi, what type of Nazi would I be? And there was only one possible answer for me. I'd be a stoner Nazi. Definitely. I'd make sure that everybody, every man, woman, cat and dog got stoned on a regular basis. And maybe then people would be nicer to each other. So I did that last year, sometimes on stage, and I thought, yeah, it was hilarious, you know, the most unlikely Nazi there is. And then I went to Leeds. Yeah, and I've got, you know, as a stoner, you've got these certain friends where you know you can go and get stoned at any time, day or night, so it's no problem. And you get to meet some peculiar people. And imagine my surprise. There really is such a thing as a stoner Nazi. There are stoner Nazis, and they live in Leeds. And I shit you not, they are a militant group of stoners who go to all these protests and God knows whatever else. And they showed me this swastika made of God knows whatever, hemp symbols and everything like that. And they told me that they want to take the swastika away from Hitler. You know, to take it away from a symbol of evil to put it into a symbol of good. And oh my God, I was so gobsmacked, and I wish I would have never made a joke about that. Because I didn't realize the stony Nazis really do exist. That is really weird. One of the other things I love about the British culture is the brilliant swear words you've got. You have got some excellent swear words, like nonce. Like that word nonce, I really like that. And a number of years ago, in the early 90s, somebody told me that the word nonce means a simple-minded idiot. So I took it as that. So for years I was walking around calling people nonce, who I just thought were a bit silly. Then in 2008, more than a decade after, somebody took me aside and asked me, do you really know what nonce means? And he explained it to me. God, and I was horrified. What I was thinking, because I quite liberally used it, because I thought the word nonce was, nonce. It's a cool word. So, so I was really horrified that I've been innocently, calling people who are innocent nonce for no reason whatsoever. And then I was thinking about it and I don't know if I should have been more horrified that I was calling them nonce or the reaction of the people I got when I called them nonce. Because when I did, the most reaction I got was, yeah. So, it's a bit strange. Hold on. Now, there's another little swear word, which most of you find the most offensive swear word of all. It begins with a C. Cunt. Shh. Now, the word cunt in itself, come on, I don't think it's very offensive at all. It sounds cute, cunning, culinary even. You know, it is not offensive word in itself. The German equivalent to it is, though. Does anybody know the German word for cunt? You will after tonight. Now, the German word for cunt is Fotze. Fotze. Can you say that?
Foxe.
Fotze.
Foxe.
Close enough. Now that word, that just means, that just sounds horrible. I mean, it means exactly the same thing. So it is my mission, which I've taken upon myself, to change the English word cunt for the German word Fotze. So now I want you all to try it. Fotze. Fotze. Come on, louder, you can do it. Fotze. 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 Wonderful. Now, if you ever go to Germany and you call somebody or want to call somebody a name, that is a perfect word to call somebody. It's very offensive in Germany as well. Now, to make it even more offensive, you're going to call somebody you old cunt. Now, in German, it's called Du alte Fotze. Now, I hope you can repeat after me. Du alte Fotze. Now, all together. Du alte Fotze. Okay. Du alte Fotze. Du alte Fotze. Now, you can do that a bit louder. Come on, we're going to hard into it. Du alte Fotze. Wonderful. Now, you all called me an old cunt. Now, this is taking heckling to a bit of the next level, don't you think? Now, this is awesome. Now, you've got a new swear word to call somebody, and they don't know that you call them a cunt. So, don't forget to spread the word. Use Fotze instead of cunt from now on. You know, let's make it a thing. Why not? Now, the other thing I haven't got, which I said was a penis, I made a little tune to it. Now, I'm going to sing it to you before I go. If I had a penis, I'd shake it in the morning, I'd stroke it in the evening with my hand. I'd think about syphilis, I'd think about gonorrhea, I'd think about all the fluids between two or more consenting adults. I'd rather use my hands. Ooh, 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 if I had a scrotum. Now, I really don't know how to finish that, and I made the mistake once to look up on the internet all the things I could do with a scrotum, and I advise you not to do it because it involved a wooden block and a stapler, and with those thoughts, I will leave you for tonight. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to spread the word. What's the word again? Fotze. There we go. Thank you very much.